habits. You need to break yourself up if you want to speculate. Let's get right back to ineffective speculators. Another thing they do, they buy keep stuff. I'm back, and I got 5 more bad habits. You need to break yourself up if you want to speculate like a pro. Let's get right back to ineffective speculators. Another thing they do, they buy cheap stocks because they assume everything.
Natural gas, those are not specific, right? You're not to say those are natural resources. So with everybody, and you now have the bank
essentially between
England, America, Chinese, apparently loosening up. Everybody is now loosening the money supply, printing money.
Hi, I'm Max Kaiser. This is the Kaiser Report.
Jim and Andrew. We also had a relatively low discount interest rate where banks borrow from the federal government. There's a lot more support for that in the
shortages of nearly all commodities developing and I'm going to make money in the commodities. If the economy does get better, it's going to print a lot more money. Place to be, and we all have
I was just saying, I told you, this has been happening for weeks. All we do is search stuff online. And we use several different search engines, but start pages stuff just proxies. And if someone in the world is watching us, we hope technicians watching us, learning that they're being listened, fixing our searches, documents saying they're killing us. Of course they can't have me on here dominant. And I'm dominating all of the web now. We're being censored everywhere.
Everything in the world
I have confirmed, and people are
maybe the US dollar will go up initially, but probably everything would be hit in the shock that made it worse. So I own gold. I'm not selling my gold.
The crash of Lehman Brothers. It was a discussion on my side of former chancellor.
And what the Fed is doing is simply guaranteeing that
most people don't understand
the 0% interest rates prevent.
And perhaps you know Venus Project, you know the Revolt Charter organization, you know perhaps the books and the stories of Gene Roddenberry, Star Trek, where we live in the world about money. I can tell you it is possible. But the problem we are facing is how can we get there? And all that we have to know is it happens in our minds. We have to push the right switches and then we will find the path.
Okay, traders. Hello to another FM Signals info show. Video edition. My name is still Damir from Good Old Germany, and you're welcome to another 48 hours technical analysis and synthesis. Today I'm choosing the Pound Chief. I realized it's the first time. So analyze the stuff again. It's yours. And very interesting technical formation, by the way. It's 19:30 Central European Time, of course, 13:30 in New York, or for example 18:31 in London, or 19:31 also in Zurich, Schweiz. Okay, it's the 10th April 2012, by the way, and here we go with the Pound Chief 5-minute charts. And by the way, the reason why I'm choosing the charts, okay, of course I wanna choose one, let me say honestly, by the way, one which I never got, and we've got an interesting technical situation. Here we've got the 5-minute charts. By the way, I wanna show you the 4-hour charts, and here we see we are here perhaps roundabout highs, so highs, and perhaps a great short capability for the next hours, not on a big picture, much more for the short picture, even for this week. So, and by the way, I'm painting here also high lows of yearly basis. Here, by the way, you've got the high lows and this upside trend. We see we broke the downside trend and the upside trend. So, and here we've got here the lows from January. So after here, so we are here in pretty interesting area, by the way. So, but let's break it down to the 5-minute charts. So here we are, here we go. So yes, and here we see it once again. So here the crossroad. So the upside trend from the lows this year, the downside trend from the highs. So here the crossroad, and here the high. So by the way, here once again the high. So something like a top. So we could paint this here to the backside if you want. So we've got round about here so a shoulder formation if you want. And the question is, of course, where will it go? However, I want to give you a technical analysis for the next 48 hours, perhaps for until the end of the week. So I would still, what means still, I would prefer the short side in this cross trade. By the way, okay, we've got, yes, I would slightly prefer to sell pound and slightly prefer to buy franc or the chief, but not against every currency. The chief, of course, euro, no question, and dollar, perhaps not also. By the way, I would still slightly prefer to sell the cable. So analyze every cross trade for itself. It's a very wild trading day, by the way. So in equity markets, of course, too. So, however, here we go. Here we are. I would prefer the short side. So the first target should be, we are trading here around about 145.53. Here I would prefer the short side. The first target should be here the lows last week and this week, the second. And then perhaps we've gotten more dynamic from the downside. So the stop I would make here around about here latest thing around about 145.88 perhaps. So something about 30 pips. So very short or very small, how do you say English? Yeah, stop loss. By the way, you could also choose here the 145.97 or even the high wherever your broker is 146.001, of course. So at least 50 pips, at least you can make the stops. Perhaps I don't accept here that we will fall in the perhaps here while trading session in Wall Street, perhaps tomorrow. Perhaps we can come back here in the upside trend from last week and from yesterday, from Monday. So Friday, Monday upside trend, we broke this also today. So perhaps we will come back, and that would be my opinion here a great short opportunity, or even higher prices, better opportunity to sell this cross trade. However, that's the important thing here. The bigger time frame, yes, bigger time frame cross trade, how to say in English, and it will be exciting. So prepare, stay aware, take respond. It will be interesting. So analyze the stuff again, it's still yours. However, so to come to a point, I would prefer the short side. The first target should be here 145.40, 145.22, and then we will see what will happen. So, and don't forget to stop here on the buff side wherever you want lately, 1.46. Okay guys, thanks for watching my video, spending your time. Analyze the stuff again, still yours. Talking to you tomorrow while Wall Street session. Bye bye. My name is El-Erian from good old Germany, and it's Tuesday, the 10th April 2012, 1936 Central European Time, in Brussels, Frankfurt, Stuttgart, or even Zurich, 1836 in London, or 1337 right here, right now in New York. So, good morning, good day, and good night, wherever and whenever you're watching my FM Signals info show. Bye bye, guys.